trade as many as you can.
I think he's saying Lucian.
Oh
yeah.
man, this is not
That's a good
what I
pressure
expected
point.
to see, but it's great with the Pyke. It kind of saves the Pyke for me a little bit here, because now you have a strong 2v2, and even in early skirmishes, there's some extra power. The Victor, the Skarner, and the Ornn are not going to.
It doesn't matter. We do have a bit of a dive here. Setting up in the top lane as let's see if Keen can survive with a flash stun into the wall, and that's enough damage for Viper as he picks it up, has to flash away, but his first blood onto Hanwha Life Esports is 80 carry.
And this is the power of the Lucian.
Zeka no flash.
Oh, Zeka in trouble.
Yeah, this was very confusing, trying to go for that control ward. He is going to have the flash come out here from Canyon, but it might be enough as he's going to taxi out of the Raptors, and Victor with no flash, trying to kill a control ward.
For Canyon, did actually pick it up off his grump, but obviously top side is very mobile.
Zeus going in, trying to beat this one, and he will be successful. Now, can they get the kill onto Keen is the question, and with Peanut here at level 5, I think you've got enough damage, but the sustain here for Keen is pretty large, and Zeus is being chunked out, has to run away. It's just going to be Keen versus Peanut. And this is a very long lane down on the bottom side, but eventually going through the wall, and the follow-up comes in from Zeus to clap him down and get the kill.
Guarantees those slows so that Zeus can flash for the finish there with a brittle proc as the last hit.
It's a big deal that Zeus flashes though. If he doesn't and Keen gets a moment to maybe get another Q off, that could have been the difference maker. That's going to be Grubs traded for Dragon, it looks like. Hanwha Life, anything that isn't the gold deficit, even the slightest of gold leads, staying even, are immensely big wins for this composition, I would say.
Yeah, you're definitely feeling very good, especially with the wave pushing into you and bottom side. There was a big wave that just went into Zeus, so you're getting even more gold.
Really don't seem to be aware of the ward. They keep trying to go for these bait setups.
I mean, Duro's just going to flash away from the damage just to make sure as the burst comes in. There's the hook on a Peanut. Do they have the damage, though? Yes, they absolutely do. As Zeus on the flank gets the double knockup. As the burst comes in, the Arcane Storm is out.
Chovy?
As now Chovy, he wants more. He is desperate for something more, but not going to keep them around for long enough. In goes Canyon, but he's taking a bunch of damage. Flashes on in onto Zeka. Down goes Zeus as well. Just chunks the two of them down. As Viper finally going to get the one. Delight also picks up yet another kill. As now looking for Chovy. He's going to get in close and does get the hook down. And they're getting so much more over the back of this. Fast with the Lucian. In comes Canyon. And he's certainly curious about this, but yeah, they just can't even get close to it. And Delight at the end of the day. And he could have avoided a decent amount of that damage if he just used it early.
Delight's looking.
Delight's looking for it. The ult comes in and Ruler's just free. Not looking, doesn't barrier, doesn't flash. Meanwhile,
is he out?
If they all stay together and keep the Cassio and Xayah together, it's not going to be easy for Pyke to get these big hooks. And speaking of which, they're going to get the flash immediately out of Viper and the cleanse. The culling on top of it all, and Peanut's just trying to get in. He's going to steal it away, and he's Skarner. He just laughs his way to the bank and goes all the way away. As yes, they are going to get this hook here on the Zeus, but it's just the one kill here for Gen.G.
They cannot continue any further here to try to take this objective away from Gen.G, so Gen.G will take it. 11-9 petals will
would be there, so he's just got a great reaction time. Maybe knew he was kind of going through the scary visionless jungle.
I mean, this is a Victor that now has Leandri's completed. His stacks are done.
Can be the difference maker, and as I say that,
very close, gonna dodge everything. Actually, the laser on top of it is now we got a TP. Zeus very far behind enemy lines. They want to turn onto him as the flash, and the hook is going to miss. As Zeus has to flash out of that one, the re-engage comes out from the horn and the impale over the wall. Canyon straight into the wall himself, but he will not die. Peanut wants the kill, but he's flashing it at 4 people. There's Peanut. Not the time or the place, but they actually do get the kill. What? Funnily enough, I don't even know. Dragon.
Turret's going to go down, it looks like, as well.
Yep.
Peanut's there.
Turret's going to go down. Might just come down to a flip, and it goes over to the Xayah of all people. 3-man knockup comes in from the Ornn, and that's Yorick down. Keen just out of the play.
Kill here onto the Yorick. They will grab that turret as well.
Look at how deep Chovy is pushing. I think he has to be really worried.
But I'm not sure this is it. As you've got a Skarner, you've got a Pyke, everything is missing for some reason, as a big ult does hit too. But eventually, you're just going to have too much damage on top of you, as they're going to give the kill over to Zeka as well. And he is here. And the second the Dragon spawns, we'll see if this works out for them, as they're kind of lined up in the bowling alley, as 2 of them get knocked up by the Ornn. They pull off of the Baron, and now Keen is zoned away from the rest of the team. HLE staying together as a 5-man unit. As we do see a bit of a
behind them
coming in from Chovy, but that's a Cassiopeia flank. Not the most dangerous thing I've ever seen, but now trying to get the engage going onto this front line. Zeus is going to be burnt down. There's nobody's there. They were staying together, and then they split up as they were following Keen. Hook goes down onto Keen. And now Peanut's in a really rough spot. He's going to be taken down, and the amount of damage Gen.G is
End up getting Soul Point in exchange. There's no way they can fight this anymore. They don't have a jungler. And the chase, the over chase onto Keen there is part of the undoing, but it's really the Duro grab that changes things here for Gen.G, and they set it all up. They were the ones who started the Baron looking for a turn, and Hanwha Life just did not have the cleanest chase down there. They didn't have the cleanest denial of that Baron, and now with Baron, Keen's gonna take out this inner turret. The game is suddenly turned on its head in just a
Instead of getting picked off one by one.
Zeus running straight into them. Nice culling to do some damage, and that's a hook on a Canyon, but that is the Pantheon, and Zeus who has to flash away, but Canyon goes down! At the end of the day, this Pike is about to get some big value. Looking for Euro. That's a second one on the board! Delight, he is here to party. He says this...
That gets Prio, and this is going to force a response.
Yeah, Hanwha's on a timer. They have to be quick. They have to be quick.
Okay, that's a lot of damage into Ruler, but the culling goes into Duro. That's not the target you were looking for.
King's gonna keep going. He's not gonna stop.
Hanwha need to be fast on how they win this fight.
Yeah, it should just be inhibitor, you would imagine. Down it goes as we'll see what happens with the TPs, but now we're just gonna have a 4v4 team fight at this point, and it comes down to the Xayah as Ruler steals it away. I mean, they were the one who started it, but yeah. No steal away from Peanut.
And Keen just gets away with this. Even if he dies here, his job is done. He avoids the second activation.
Oh, there's 5 men coming.
TP coming in. They have
no way.
Oh, they stopped the channel with the ult from the Victor, and this is right before the Baron. As he's trying to turn this one around on Azeka. I don't think so, but he flashes for that one. An option. The culling is just used to zone. Delights in stealth as well. Duro looking for some kind of hook. They want to access that backline, but the peel is insane. Canyon getting on in, goes into his G, and then bull hook Zeka though. As maybe that's enough. Might try to come down to a flame. Again! But Ruler will not be denied these objectives. And he's full health.
He just keeps getting them. But he might have just saved the game. He's able to secure the Baron. Xayah is desperately on the chase here with Viper following up and Delight.
Instead, he's just desperately giving kills over to Ruler.
Pull out the win out of the 4v5.
Yeah, I mean, Ruler is just pulling these objectives out of thin air. And Ruler, level 18, is going to be ripping this turret off the map. That top inhibitor is already down here. I don't think they'll be able to push for the mid one right now, but they can take out all of those inner turrets.
Cannot be dying at the start of that fight, especially with flash map control though, and that is the biggest difference. Even though Gen.G weren't able to end the game off of this, top lane inhib is still down, right? Will be coming up soon as Keen takes a ton of damage.
There's a lot of poke going back and forth, but now we finally get an Impale engage, but Canyon is Pantheon, lives for so long, and the damage from the Xayah and the Casio is way too much for the Ornn to deal with.
They gotta get out of
it! Let's follow up from Toby, gigantic goes Golden, and the hook comes through, and that should be it. Gen.G with one fell swoop might have just won this game.
10,000 damage for Ruler! 10,600! He had the smite button in this game, and his damage is off the charts. Who says the Victor scales? This Xayah is the biggest on the rift.
Feel like the Blitzcrank is scaling better than the Victor in this one. As Viper, he's desperate, he's trying to clear the waves, but he's not gonna have it. Gen.G, get the revenge for last summer, and they are your 2025 LCK Finals champion.
And Ruler leaves for the LPL, has an incredible first year on JDG, the second year, not what he wanted. Comes back and makes clear